we all see success when we decide. Then do things that will get you that.
Because that's what keeps you going. I don't know. I love the people.
Okay, why else?
I love the art. Oh. Hello, welcome to Creating with Purpose. Welcome, Kevin, to Creating with Purpose. And I want to start this podcast a little bit different, explaining that, this podcast was born out of the necessity of creating a community and sharing insights. And I feel like, I don't know, for me, it's been very formative and very engaging because I feel like I've learned a lot, and especially in this industry where sometimes it's so hard to get in, but listening to other people's purposes and listening why they do this actually has helped me a lot, and I hope has helped other people. And I'm very excited to have you here because every time we talk, I feel like you always dig into the purpose and the heart of your story. That's what you said on LinkedIn, because I'm stalker. And also something that you said the last time we talked was like, this is film, this is supposed to be fun. So I want to know, what is purpose for you? What is creative with purpose?
Creating with purpose for me is something that just comes from the inside out. And I think what happens a lot of times, and I was guilty of this in the beginning, I would create because I thought, well, this is what everybody wants. This is what's going on. In fact, I just watched the Martin Scorsese docuseries, and he talked about making the movies because this was what studios wanted. This is what people wanted. Nobody wanted it. But when he did what was from his heart and how it went, and it was going into mean streets, this is what he knew. It's like, this is his world. And I thought, yeah, we get caught up. We think, I got to do this so that, you're going to be happy, and then he'll be happy, and then she'll be happy, and everybody's be happy. Man, if we're trying to make other people happy, I think that's where it becomes difficult. Versus be yourself, and by being yourself, you actually make people happy.
Yeah.
Right? Versus trying to make people happy, and it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Like I'm guilty of it. I'm like, oh man, I hope she's okay. I hope she likes what I'm gonna stay. And then it's like, you know what? Just relax, cut back, and go, this is who I am. This is what I do, right? So purpose for me is really about, what do I like? What do I enjoy? And I'm sure somebody out there is probably going to like it too. So there's probably 2 or 3 of us. And then you find, well, maybe there's 20, maybe there's 100. Before you know it, there's a huge following, right? And we all have our own stories. This is the one thing I learned years ago. We think, like, you hear somebody's story and you go, oh my God, like that was so heart touching, or it was moving, or it was important, or like a shock, whatever it was, right? And you go, yeah, but who am I? Like, but who? Everybody has a story. How they got to where they are today, what happened, things that went, the decisions they made. Hey, I don't know about you, I made a ton of mistakes. Like I shouldn't have done. Nah, I did that. But that's part of who I am today, of where I went and how I did things. I had a TV show because I loved hockey. This is like 20 years ago. I knew nothing of what I was doing. I was like, I just got to do it. I just got to do it. Like I knew hockey, and I think people need this, and and I look back and I go, ugh, I know why it didn't work. Like, it worked from I got on NHL Network, I got on Fox Sports Net, and as a Canadian getting on American TV, I was told, like, you did a big thing. I was like, oh, okay. Like, but when you don't appreciate what you do. So first of all, congratulations on this podcast.
Thank you.
Because it's a big thing. We all as a society, we talk about things. We go, yeah, I should do a restaurant. I should do a book. I did, but we don't do it. You did it. You're here. We're set up. This is going on. People are listening. You have an audience. This is great. So be proud of that. And now go, what's important to you? So asking the question about purpose, that's a great example, because it's a curiosity for you, right? So it's going to work. The audience is going to go, yeah, I get that.
Yeah. What is your philosophy? What's important for you?
My journey has changed over the years. At being 61 years old, I'm like, I laugh because I go, where the heck did life go, man? Okay, it's like I was just 30. The philosophy now is just day by day. Trust the universe is gonna be good for you. I don't care if you're religious or not religious, doesn't matter. I believe there's a force that's out there and it's good. And just, you got to trust that it's good. I came from good. You came from good. We came from a sense of goodness. So that has to be good. And you know what's really interesting is when you ask people, what do they really, really, really want? Like, just dig down really. Joy, happiness, feel good. Like it's as simple as that. So if this feels good, then do it, right? And when we do it and we feel good, we want more of it,
Yeah.
right? When it sucks, guess what we want? We want to feel good. You know, when you're sick, what's the most important thing? Be healthy.
Yeah.
When you're hungry, what's the most important thing? Eating. You don't care about anything. The most basic thing, and this is in my brain, it's taken me years. So don't take as long as me, okay? It's taken me a long time to go, oh, I get it now. Food, shelter, clothing. When you have the three basics taken care of, you can now take care of
Is
your
there Maslow?
Exactly.
Right?
It's exactly
When
it.
it's covered, you can focus into.
How powerful is that? You know, we hear it go, oh, yeah. But really, you know what? When you're hungry, you don't think about anything. You really don't. You go, I just got to eat. I got to eat. And you go, yeah, but you know, we should make a movie and we should this. I don't care. I got to eat, right?
No.
When you get into the moment. And so that's why I've kind of gone, then that's how I should live my life, with it moment by moment. Am I enjoying right now? I'm safe right now with you, having a good time right now.
Yeah.
Not next week. I got to do this project and the bank wants this and oh man, that person's waiting for. No, right now, right here. Yeah, and be present.
Yeah. You told me that it took you like a long years to understand this, but do you think there was like an event that maybe made that mindset shift?
The biggest one was when my son passed away. That was probably hitting the wall. You know, I took it for granted. You know, he was 29, doing great. He was working. You know, he had graduated from Toronto Film School. As a parent, yay, I'm proud of you. You know, way to go. And he had a car accident, and it was sudden. He didn't get sick. It wasn't like, oh, he slowly, took time for him to die. It was like phone call midnight. He's gone, right? Never felt pain like that in my life. It was like my heart was ripped out of my chest. But what it did for me was it was like, okay, so what am I going to do with this? So he's gone, and now I'm left going, what do I do now? Do I sit and, life sucks, and why me? And I could, and like nobody has said I'd be wrong, because I've talked to everybody who's lost a parent, lost a cousin, a sister, a brother, a neighbor. Like when you lose somebody, oh my God, I lost like a part of you, right? You go, what are you going to do with it? And so I look and I just went, he used to say to me all the time, Dad, be your best. But I'm like, all right, yeah, right? And it was like, yeah, it's true. So what is being my best? Is helping other people. It's being kind to me, being kind to other people. And I thought, yeah, I guess that's what I gotta do. I don't know how I finished school, because it happened while term 2, right? And I was in school.
Wow.
And
You're done.
yeah. And so I graduated top of the class. Like, I don't know how. I honestly, it was like what was going through it. And in my head now, it's like, he's my driving force. Be your best, be your best, be your best. So every time I talk to him, I go, is this the best you could do? And he go, yes. Then there's nothing else. Like, you don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel sad. And you go, it is the best I can do. Maybe it's not good enough for him and her and them. And okay, but it is the best I can do. And until I know better, I'm going to do this, right? And when I know better, I'll do better.
Yeah. How do you keep learning and improving?
It's been a philosophy of mine for a long time. So when I was in hockey, I met my mentor was a guy who'd won the Stanley Cup many years, and you well know. And he used to just say, like, you're constantly learning this game. The day that you say, oh, I got it, I understand it, you know it, like, that's when you realize you don't. And everything, life evolves. It changed. We have technology now that we didn't have 20 years ago. Right? We, think back to when you were younger, what it was like to have a cell phone versus what it's like today to have a cell phone. And you go, oh my God, all these apps and all this technology and AI. And you're like, oh my God, like what is AI? We never said those words, even pre-COVID. We didn't say them like in everyday conversation. Now it's everyday conversation.
Yeah.
Right? AI this, AI that is it. It's like, whoa. So for me, it's just looking and saying, okay, where are we with what we have? How do we do things? How are we handling it? And purpose is, if your purpose is always pure, this is, I believe, this is a belief I have. If you come from a place of goodness and you're trying to do good, only good can happen. Yeah. Even in a bad situation, even if you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure. If you're kind from the inside out, only goodness can happen. People don't have to like it. Like you say, look, I'm being kind. I'm offering you food, for example, or I'm cooking a dinner. People go, man, I don't like that kind of food. Okay. It doesn't mean it's not good food. It doesn't mean what you're doing is not good. Right. And that's where I think where we get stuck in our head. Like, oh, because it must mean this. Oh, because, they said that. Oh, no, there's nothing to do with that.
You have reinvented yourself many times. Now you've been hockey, you've been in film. How do you keep like having that mindset of like, oh, it's okay to change, like getting that force? Because I feel like as we grow up, we start being stuck in our ways. So
Yes. I'm very much the old dog. Try to teach a new trick. It's like, it's frustrating. You can ask all my classmates. I'd ask millions of questions in class. Remember what it was like in class? And you're like, yeah, but sir, but miss, but and my class, yeah, oh, there he goes again. Like, yeah, I'd just be asking questions, and it was really about curiosity. Yeah. So the transformation or the reinvention really was more about curiosity. Okay, so I've done that. So I did this. I did the hockey thing. I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. What else is there? Right? I've been like, from 5 years old to like 40, like all was hockey. Like my whole life was hockey. Then I got to what I thought was the pinnacle, and I kind of went, all right, so now what? What else is there? And my mind just started opening to what else is possible. So I looked into marketing, I looked into PR and media, and I was like, okay, this is great. I did background acting. So I was on American Gods and a couple other like shows like that. As a background, like you couldn't even see on this there, but it was fun. And I was like, is this for me? When I went back to film school, it was because my wife, my son says, Dad, COVID's on. You're not really doing anything. Go back to school. I said, 57 years old, back to school? You're crazy. Then my wife said, you should go back to school. So I went, yes, dear. So part of my reinvention is sometimes somebody going, you should try it. You're like, all right,
But you do, and you commit.
I do. And that's the thing of just, fine, I'll give it a try. And I think this is where we all see success when we decide, when we absolutely go, you know what, fine, I'll give it a try. Like, I'm not like, I'll sort of dabble in it. Because when you dabble, it doesn't really happen. But when you go, fine, I'll make dinner. I don't know how, but I'll try it. You may burn something, you may go, but you did it. And you went through that process. And it's the decision making. And I think once we decide on something, stuff happens. Like, it's like, wow. Because then it's almost like the universe supports you. So you decided today that now you're going to be a director. You've never were a director before, but today you decided. And all of a sudden, an email comes in, a phone call comes in, an article you read, a post you read. It goes, we need a director to do this. Or you get a tip on directing. And you go, what? How crazy is that?
Wow. You did hockey and film. Do you find any similarity?
Yeah, the big thing is, so in hockey, the mindset, like as a coach, I have a whole team and I had to direct a team. So as a movie director, you kind of direct your whole thing, right? So there's similarities there. However, the cool thing about hockey was you let people do their thing, you guide them, and then the team benefits. Mm-hmm. So in the movie world, what I found was it's even more collaborative. In the hockey world, it's kind of like directives. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to put you on the ice. I'm not going to put you on the ice. Let's go. And I get it as a director of a movie, like, okay, I want my actors to perform and I'm going to treat them. But you let them be them. And you're not like watching the clock to get the next play happening. But you're sitting there going, okay, I know what we need to shoot because the bigger picture is the movie. Like it's going to create something, or a TV show, or a series, right? Whatever you're going to create on the screen, right? And what happens with, in the hockey world, you want to win a championship, okay? Or in soccer, you want to win a championship, or baseball, like, there's that thing. It's an entire season. That's many, many days. Well, the movie can take a long time, as we know, right? But at the same time, I find that the nicer thing about the movie is it really is about everybody wanting to come together and really do it. Sometimes it feels combated in sports because if a player doesn't like you, like, oh, I'm not going to do this. Fine, I'll play my role. But you get in a movie, and I know there's crappy sets, but what I like to do on my sets is if everybody gets along, and we're like, let's go, we can do amazing things.
You have done, you have had a lot of leadership roles. You have throughout your life. So I want to dig into it because how do you build trust on a set, for example? How do you get everyone to get along?
That's a great question because not knowing how to do a movie when I first started, the only thing that came to my mind was people are people, so take care of them. And I said it started with food. So it was kind of funny. The only thing I knew how to do was craft. So in class, it was kind of like I was watching, guys like Diego and, and these like, he's the camera guys, like, let him do his thing. I'll keep food in his tummy. I'll make sure that it's drink, right? And everybody was like, oh, you can do craft. I was like, yeah, I can do that. That's great. I can take care of people. What happens is when people feel taken care of, they now want to bring something. If you know that you have a roof over your head, you have food on the table, here's what happens. You go, what else can I do now? So now think about that on set. Good food on set. You're in a place where you can do your creative, right? Like, so you're the grip, you're the lighting, you're the makeup, you're the actor, whatever your role is. You go, okay, I'm gonna be my best in this because I'm feeling pretty good right now. And what I made sure happened is everybody comes in feeling taken care of.
Yeah.
That to me was like so important. Like if you come on my set, I want to make sure you're okay. Like, are the things placed the way you want it? Are things the way you like? Like if I put pen and paper on table and you're like, I don't want that. I want it, behind me. It's in my way. Or, I'm using silly things, but sometimes some of the smallest things can become an annoyance, right? Like if people are, we all heard this. Don't be late. Be on time, right? How simple is that, right? But when people are late, oh my God, does it annoy everybody else on set going, I came on time. How come they couldn't? How come they're getting special treatment? And it's like, yeah. So the simplest things was take care of the people, make sure they're okay, feeling a part of it. And then it's like, be in a good mood.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is kind of stupid, but if you're in a good mood, it's contagious. Yeah. Other people feel like they're in a good mood, right? Versus kind of walking on the side and go, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. You like going down that, you go bothering that person.
Totally. Also, you have your production company.
Yep.
The productions with your friends, your colleagues.
Yep, classmates.
Yeah. Could you tell me more about it?
Yeah. So we were in school and we were doing, assignments together, right? And 5 of us just liked how the other one worked. And it was weird because when we came together, there was 5 of us originally, very different, right? Like I'm the old guy. Rob was like in between the younger guys, like, Diego, Alex, and Matt were like, 20 something. Rob's 40, I'm 60. We shouldn't be working together, but it just worked. There was a trust. There was a drive and a desire to go, let's do really good work together. And we knew we were in school for film. So it's like, okay, we're not going to bum at cars. We're going to make movies. So what are we going to do? Now, as business owners, that evolved a little bit. And Alex and Diego were like, yeah, I don't really want to be a business owner. Like, no problem. But 3 of us left said, you know what? We're making this because what's important to us as filmmakers, really. And it was like, well, we want to leave a legacy at the end of the day, right? You and I go work on anybody's set as an individual. Nothing wrong with that. Get paid, thanks, see you later. We were like, how do we do something that leaves a mark? And that's how Mark came up. So it was like, let's leave a mark. Oh, Matt, Alex, Rob, Kevin, Diego. It was like, oh, this is great. So it was like a multi-layered kind of thing. And it was almost like everybody like, yeah, done. That's it. That's our thing. Away we go. And so while we were in school, we were kind of saying, called Mark Productions. And a couple of people made comments like, oh, do these guys think they are, Being the old guy, I was like, I don't really care. Because once we graduate, it won't matter. Once you get, it's like, now you're out in the world. Now what do you do? So we thought, well, let's build a brand that we like and we're proud of. We've done 8 short films. We're doing the 9th one now. And we have 3 features in development. And it's like, that's like, wow. Like you go back to when you started, you're like, I don't even know what a grip stand is. Like, what, now it's like, now it's like, what? Now we know what's going on. And we're still learning. Like, that's the whole thing. So it goes back to the point about constantly going, what can I learn? What else can I do? Who can I learn from?
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah, because actually my next question was like, what would you advise to someone who feel like is stuck or lost?
so
If that relates a lot.
that's yeah. So here's the biggest thing, because I think everybody feels it. Like, there's a point where we go, really, what am I doing? Like, what, or I can't. It seemed to get past this ceiling. It's like, and you really got to look back and go, why are you doing it? Not what are you doing? Because here's a great thing. If I said to you, what would be one thing you'd love to have, 10 years from now, not even 1 year from now, what would be one thing you go, man, I did that. Like, what's that one thing, right? And you might say, what? Give me something. A year from now, what would be the thing that you'd love to do?
No, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, one thing.
One thing that you would love 1 year from now?
Yep.
I don't know. I would love to keep doing this.
Okay, so we have a show that's been going on, we'll say every week.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so you got a week for 1 year. Why?
Well, because that's a good question, yeah. Because that's what keeps you going. I don't know. I love the people.
Okay, why else?
I love the art.
Right? So think about this. The more whys you have, that's your driving force. It's not the what. It's not the show. A show's a show's a show. Yeah, okay, we're $1 million. Yeah, okay. Right? I really? Why? And the more whys you have, the more, honestly, the more drive you're going to have to do it. When people say, oh my God, how did you, like, if you use my example, how did you do 8 short films in 3 years and win 50 plus festivals? Because it was our why. We wanted to learn. One of the greatest sentences I heard was from Alex. He said, guys, it's like a practice. We're going to practice, so we can play the game. And I was like, oh, duh. And as a sports coach, I was like, yeah, in soccer, think of soccer. You don't just show up and play the game. You got to practice, you got to train.
Thank you for using the soccer.
Right? I'm using soccer because everybody gets it. Like, you go, okay, so, I'll use Ronaldo. Like, oh my God, great hot soccer player. Do you think he just showed up to game and play? He practiced and didn't even think about practice. He just goes, but that's what I want to do. Yeah. Why? Because I loved it. It did something for me. I wanted to show my mother. I wanted to show my brother. I wanted to, like, the more why you have, it's less hard to do. And so the what happens. What happens because you're doing all the what, right?
Now, how do you find the why? Because as I said, reinvented yourself many times. How do you find the thing that you're passionate about?
Well, and that's the thing. So you definitely want to say to yourself, what is important to you in life? Like it's a big question. It is not something you might answer it quick because you might know yourself. You might just go, I want to be an actress. I want to be a writer. I want to be a cinematographer. Like you just know. Okay, great. But if you don't, and you're sitting in this mode going, I've done this and this and this. I'm not really sure. I kind of like it, but I don't. Then it's like, what do you want? What is it that would be the thing? And by the way, right now, like, it's not like, oh, this is going to be my thing for the next 10 years. No, right now, what do I want? Oh, I want freedom. I want joy. I want peace. I want love. I want affection. I want, camaraderie. Okay, so that you want that right now. Great. Then do things that will get you that, right? So if the example I use is you go to a buffet and there's all kinds of food. Well, how do you know what you're going to want until you taste it? Go taste everything. And then you'll go, oh, I really like that. Then go back and do that. And until you try things, you won't know what you like. It's great to, when I was little, my mother would go, want mushrooms? No, don't like them. Did you ever try them? No. Well, then how do you know you don't like them?
Yeah.
But we get stuck in our own mind of like how things are. Yeah. Okay, be unstuck. And the way to be unstuck is say, well, let me try it.
Totally.
Let me try it. And I'm not talking about doing like drugs and all kinds of crazy things. But if you do things that are worthy of your time, because that's a big thing, right? How important is your time? And I'm going to tell you, when my son passed away, you know what I realized? Every minute matters because you don't know what tomorrow brings.
Exactly.
So instead of thinking, 10, 20 years, think about tomorrow. Yeah. What can you do from now till tomorrow that's going to go, hey, this was pretty cool. And that's why my philosophy is just day by day. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I'm sitting here with you right now. We're doing this show. We're talking about stuff, right? What's important to us right now is this connection to make sure that the audience watching goes, yeah, this is, oh, I can relate to that, right? Versus, oh, we're doing this because next week we're that, and next year we're that, and people are like, yeah, okay, I'm disconnected. Like, I didn't get it.
Totally. Also, well, I want to talk about a phrase that you post when you're on LinkedIn that says people don't invest in projects. They invest in belief.
Yes.
What does it mean?
So think about where and we'll use money as an example, right? So not your investor talk, but let's talk about money. So you're going to put your money on something. What makes you do that? You go, well, I like that. I'll use food. So you go, oh, I like the taste of that. It's really good, right? So you believe that it tastes good. Another person walks into the same restaurant as you with that food and goes, ew, I hate it.
Yeah.
So belief is like a movie. It's all about, subjectivity. It is not objective. It's not like, you like red, I like blue. Okay, who's right? We're both right. It's taste, right? And so belief comes down to, what do you believe? What do I believe? What does all of you believe? Like, we all believe something. It doesn't mean we all believe the same thing. We have a belief system. That's in everybody. Everybody has a belief system. What you believe, that's up to you. Right? And so when you go to invest on something, and I'm saying $10, $20, you want to buy food, you believe that this is the right thing. That's going to make me feel good. It's going to taste good. Oh, I've been thinking about this all day. My mom told me to go try it. My brother said, do this. Okay. So now you believe that's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? Well, now think of it as $10,000, $100,000, $2 million on things. Oh, why? Well, I believe it's going to make money. I believe I'm going to earn this. I believe it's going to help 200 people. I believe it's going to help. Not, oh, it's a great movie. Oh, they're really good writers. No, I believe there's going to be something, because you're really taking a chance on the future.
Yeah, totally.
And that's why I said that.
What are the things you are the most proud of?
Things that I'm most proud of? Man, I guess there's so many things. Proud just to be, basically, it sounds this, alive to be able to talk about something that was tragic, which was my son. Like I said, I've never felt pain like that in my life, but I'm able to talk about it, and I'm proud of the fact that I can do it, and kind of like really proud of me, because these are tough for me to say. I'm proud of me. It's taken me years to undo. That's stupid. Why would you say that? But do you know how many of us are not proud of ourselves? Yeah. We're trying to be proud of everybody else. We're trying to be, proud of that, proud of this and that, all of it. But you're not even proud of yourself. And it's like, okay, start inside. What can you be proud of? Right? Like, oh, I'm proud of what I wore today. I'm proud of the decision I made to just eat healthy today, or to work out, or to make a phone call. Like, as simple as, and it's kind of funny because my daughter's in her 20s, and she goes, I'm not calling that person. I go, pick up the phone and call them. No, I'm just going to text them. I'm just going to email. I'm like, pick up the phone. Like, this is hard to create on a phone, on a Zoom call, in an email. This, like, it's like you just added a dimension that's there. So I'll say to her, like, you pick up the phone and make that connection, have that call, right? And it's like, be proud to say that I can really connect with somebody, because at the end of the day, relationships are in us. It's in us. It's a relationship with ourselves, a relationship with spirit, a relationship with another person. A relationship is a thing in us. It's how to relate to something. And so be proud that you can relate. Yeah. Be proud that you can do something. It's like, oh my God, I better start being proud of me, right? I can be proud of everybody else. Why can't I be proud of me? And a lot of times we don't do it. And I've been guilty for years. It was like, nope, everybody else, proud of you, proud of the show, proud of the work. It was awesome. What are you proud of me? Oh, no, not really. It feels kind of weird. It's kind of corny. No, it's not. Be proud of you.
It's very important.
Big time. Big time. Big time. And watch your life change when you do it. Mm-hmm. For me personally, look, when I started taking care of myself, like, not just like, oh, I want to work out or I want to lose weight. I'm talking about just taking care of like the inner me, like this little, it's almost like the little Kevin, like, it's okay. You're going to be fine. Nobody likes you. I don't care. You like you. Like, it's like, oh my God. And it's easier said than done.
Yeah. How do you take care of yourself?
So a lot of it is it starts mental. So when I say mental, it's like I make sure that I do find time for myself with nobody around, nothing, literally just me, by me. And it could be music going on, it could be just standing around, it could be being silly and dancing, right? You know, it could be, right? It could be like you're in the kitchen and you get that song going, you're like, hey, I'm gonna jam, maybe let's go, right? And that's the piece that I think being playful is important and understanding that it's okay to be playful.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of times we're trying to impress so many people. I might meant so many years in my life. There's all the, well, if you're happy, then everything's okay. Okay, when do I be happy? And if I'm going to be happy depending on you being happy, that's not going to last.
Yeah, that's something you cannot control.
Exactly. But we all do it. We're like, oh, I'm trying to impress her, him, them, you know, this. Okay, but why don't you impress yourself? Are you happy? If you're happy with you today, if you're literally happy with you going, I did a great show today, the best thing, the audience is going to go, yes. But if you're like, well, you know, I hope everybody had a good time. I'm not sure if it was good or not. I hope you guys had a good time. They're going to feel it.
Yeah, totally. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
It was such an amazing conversation.
Thank you.
Kidding me, I'm here.
That's what it comes down to.
Any social media with where we can find you? You want to share?
Sure. I mean, the easiest is our production company, Marked Productions. So markdproductions.com. On there is Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter,
Everywhere.
TikTok. You know, we don't do a lot of TikToks because I'm like, it's funny. We're in video production.
Yeah.
And I still don't do enough videos. I'm like pictures and writing. It's like, I know we should do. And people said to me, do video. What am I going to say? Nobody wants to listen to me. Like, what the heck?
No, I'm sure a lot of people want to listen to you.
There you go.
Okay, thank you so much and hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Of course. You are awesome.